Mic check, last mic check, Southwestern basketball. Mic check. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Robertson Center here on the beautiful campus of Southwestern University in Georgetown. The final regular season games of the year for Pirates basketball, and they take on none other than their eternal rival, the Trinity Tigers, making the trip up from the Alamo City. Glad to have you with us. Southwestern women, they've already secured the 6th seed. They will head to Georgia on Thursday for the inaugural SAA Women's Basketball Championship Tournament. Trinity, they've already secured the number 1 seed, 10-3 in conference, 14-10 overall. So both teams right now playing for pride. Southwestern, their longest losing streak in school history currently against the Tigers. They have lost the last 19, last beat Trinity over a decade ago, back in January of 2016. Hoping to change that today under third-year head coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler. Visitors from San Antonio in the slate gray will take the opening tip. Pirates in the home white. As always, glad to have you with us. A warm welcome wherever you may be joining us from. Visitors led by 14th-year head coach Cameron Hill. He himself a Trinity grad, former star basketball player. Trinity unable to find the opener. And out of bounds, it'll stay with the Tigers coming off of Emma Flores. So Pirates starting Adriana McCoy, the star junior guard, who recorded her 800th career point against Oglethorpe on Sunday. In that very auspicious club, Castillo, the star freshman, also in the starting 5, but it's Natalie Greenwood, the senior from Byron Nelson High School up in the Metroplex, who finds the opener. Flores, Simons, and Benitez wrap up the starting 5 for the hosts. Minter, Scott, Savageau, O'Rourke, and Greenwood getting the start for the visitors. Little floater is short. And the foul on the putback attempts. Electric atmosphere here in Georgetown, as you would imagine. When Southwestern, again, having lost the last 19 in a row. This is the 53rd all-time meeting. Southwestern has won just 8. As Trinity Benitez, Pirates' second leading scorer at the line. Benitez averaging 12 points a game, leads them with 6.5 rebounds. The 72% free throw shooter knocks them both down, and we are tied early on. Just a minute in, 2 apiece between the Pirates and the Tigers. Game 1 today, we'll have the men to follow. Driving hard in, Savageau, the star sophomore from Second Baptist in Houston, always a handful. Visitors applying some pressure. Broken, McCoy into the front court, has Benitez. And the foul, Benitez, and 1. Pirates are going to need a big game from Trinity Benitez. The star junior forward out of Granbury, the Lipan High School product. Nila Castillo, the fab freshman, leads to this side, just under 14 points a game, but first time she's taken on Trinity here at home. And you would imagine the veteran leadership of Benitez is going to play a big role if the Pirates will indeed pull the upset. Benitez back to the line. Unable to knock it down, couldn't complete the three-point play. Both these teams like to run, particularly the Tigers, given the opportunity. From the elbow, Savageau. O'Rourke had it knocked away, the local product from down in Austin. And out of bounds. Trinity as a team averaging just over 73 points a game. Southwestern almost 10 points fewer at 64. Second meeting of the season between these two. Southwestern fell 91-66 back on the 3rd of January in their conference opener. And even though both these teams now members of the SAA, well, they both made the trip over from the SCAC, and spoke with Tigers head coach Cameron Hill about that. He said, it's fantastic. We get to keep this rivalry that means so much to both schools, and he was really pleased with that. Pulling for 3. Nothing but net from Minter, the senior from Clear Springs High School in League City. Knocking it down from long range. Pirates in transition now. Simons, Castillo looking to respond. Couldn't knock down the three, and Greenwood pulls down the rebound. Minter around the screen. Back from Savageau. O'Rourke able to secure the rebound. Nearly knocked away. Castillo hands on it. Somehow Evan able to keep it. O'Rourke couldn't finish. Pirates fans thought she took an extra step. And Castillo finally brings the rebound in for the Pirates. Mila Castillo, the star out of Hayes High School just south of Austin. But it's the newest member of the 800-point club, Adriana McCoy, the junior from Frisco, who's really come on late in this season. Floater from the logo, no problem from Savageau. Sophomore from Houston. Mentioned always a handful. Pirates definitely need to keep an eye on her. The final game of the regular season for both sides. O'Rourke there, off the Simons miss. Tigers trying to extend this early lead to 2 possessions. A roaring start here in Georgetown. Greenwood, little ball fake, couldn't finish. Flores into the front court. Castillo the long 2. O'Rourke in transition. McCoy able to get there, and it's off of O'Rourke. It'll be Pirates ball. 6:01 remaining here in the first quarter. Pirates making a pair of changes as Lizzie Kellum, the sophomore from Lake Highlands in Dallas, comes on, as does another star freshman in Layla Tovar. A lot of young talent on this team. 2 of them getting the start as they have most of the season in Castillo and Simons. McCoy. A long rebound. Greenwood last to touch it. It'll stay with the Pirates. Still a 3-point Tigers lead. Off to a great start. Trinity shooting 4 of 7 from the field. Southwestern just 2 of 5. Trinity also dominating the glass 5-2 in total rebounds early on. Not a good sign for the Pirates. Southwestern this season being narrowly out-rebounded on average in contests. Trinity out-rebounded by almost 6 a game. And if Southwestern is going to get in this one, they have to get on the glass. Tovar able to take it away from Greenwood. Benitez underneath, too easy for Trinity Benitez. I said it early, they are going to need a big game from number 34, will the Pirates. Minter out of bounds. Touched it last, tried to throw it off of Castillo, and it didn't work the way she anticipated. As Coach Hill making a change. Emma Winans comes on, the 6-foot freshman out of Vandergrift down in Austin, making her first appearance. She takes over for Greenwood. So both O'Rourke and Winans, former Vipers. Kellum, Bolton fouled by Winans. Winans thought it was all ball using that big 6-foot frame, but enough contact to elicit the whistle. That'll send Kellum to the line. A timeout taken, 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 9-8. Visitors on top as we take the opportunity to thank our corporate partners, Don Hewlett Chevrolet, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Rudy's Barbecue, Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Texas Honey Ham, Rivery Coffee, Fairfield Inn and Residence Inn, Ideal Signs, Frontier Bank, Syntex Shirts and Embroidery, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services. Huge thanks to all for their continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. Also like to remind you, if you have not already, subscribed and liked our YouTube channel. We wholeheartedly encourage you to. If you have, we appreciate the support. Also, don't forget, if you have not, you can download the Southwestern Athletics mobile app. Pirates off to a good start, and they need to be. This is not a team in Trinity you can allow to get ahead early. You do not want to play catch-up. The second and final meeting of the year between these two. Southwestern falling down in the Alamo City earlier. Mentioned a pair of losses on the road in Georgia last weekend for Southwestern. Fell at Berry College on Friday. 64-54 is the final there. And then at Oglethorpe, 80-65 on Sunday. They'll head back to Mount Berry, Georgia on Thursday for the inaugural SAA championship. Their inaugural SAA championship, I should say. Both these teams headed to the Peach State. Both want to go with a win under their belt. Pirates have lost the last two. And just a one-game win streak for Trinity after falling to Millsaps and Oglethorpe in the two previous. Kellum knocks them both down. Nicely done for the Lake Highlands product. Kellum, an almost 80% free throw shooter, getting it done from the charity stripe. Savageau driving and fouled. Benitez leading all scorers with 6 points. Savageau right behind her with 4, as we imagine those two leading the way for their respective sides. As Savageau second on this team, 14 points a game. Heads to the line, does a 74% free throw shooter. As a team, Trinity, 70% from the stripe. Both teams almost the exact same, 70%. McCoy. Benitez driving baseline, simply too easy for Trinity. Great look from McCoy, and Benitez finishes now with 8 points to lead all scorers. The Pirates on top by 1. And another whistle on the other end. It's going to be on Castillo, her first, the second team foul on the Pirates. And I'll send Sky O'Rourke, the senior from Vandergrift and Austin, to the line. O'Rourke third on this team, averaging just under 10 points a game. But O'Rourke just 45% from the line this season. As Lauren Stevens comes on for the Pirates. The star 6'1" junior forward out of George Ranch High School, Greater Houston area product. Spelling Benitez. It's been a 1-2 punch for the Pirates in the paint all season. Benitez and Stevens. A huge luxury to have a player of Stevens' caliber coming off the bench. Tied at 12, just over 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Pirates off to a good start. Flores back on, taking over as the point guard. Looking for Stevens, battling. Down low with Winans. Stevens establishes position. Stevens with a high reverse. And the Pirates back on top, 14-12. Winans working on Stevens. Minter, pull up from the free throw line, knocks it down. Does Kylie Minter. Senior guard, so elusive. Just needs a few inches of space to get a shot off, as she shows there. Flores. McCoy looking into Kellum, fires it herself. Can't bake it in, but Kellum with the rebound. Flores going baseline. Great look into Tovar. Nice work from the sophomore guard out of San Antonio, Harlan, for the Pirates. O'Rourke now with the offensive foul. What a job by Lizzie Kellum. Feet set, took it. As O'Rourke comes off, giving way to Dana Gingery, junior out of Plano, with her first appearance in the game. A great first quarter from the Pirates. Can they finish it? A lot of contact. Simons not drawing the foul, but the Pirates will keep possession. .225 remaining in the first quarter. Flores inbound. McCoy, little pick and pop off the inbound pass. McCoy doing her spot with the baseline jumper. Pirates with their largest lead today. Stevens, the rebound off the miss. And Kellum last to touch it. It'll be Tigers ball. Southwestern trying to play quickly. But a 4-point lead for the Pirates, and some changes coming for Trinity. And Giovanna Cáceres, the sophomore out of Hayes High School, a former high school teammate of Neela Castillo. Those two played for Hayes together. Also, Maddie Mueller, the senior from Houston out of Concordia Lutheran on. Cáceres off the mark. The three well off target. A golden opportunity for Southwestern to really push this lead. Kellum lost it. Just spun herself around, couldn't keep possession. Mueller for three. Another miss. Southwestern really dictating the pace of this one. Stevens fires from the free throw line. Can't knock it down. Now both teams going cold from the field. Another three attempt and another miss from Mueller. And Martin, the senior from Virginia, defending as the foul drawn by Tovar. It's going to be on Maddie Mueller. Southwestern really dictating this one with a 4-point lead under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. After a slow start, Pirates have found another gear as Tovar heads to the line. The freshman out of St. Dominic, Savio, up in Round Rock. Pirates doing the little things, winning the battle of the rebounds, getting it done at the free throw line. And if you're going to spring an upset over a team you haven't beaten in over a decade, this is how you do it. Still a lot remaining. Winans draws the foul and is going to head to the line to shoot two. Well, the big freshman post out of Austin. Foul charge to Lauren Stevens, her first, and the third team foul against the Pirates. Winans a 76% free throw shooter. No trouble on the first. Can't hit the second. 5-point game, 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Pirates on top, 20-15. Southwestern electing to slow things down. Flores Trying to find room, little baseline, pick and pop, not there. Around the screen. Shot clock turned off. 12 seconds remaining in the quarter. Winans, long miss from the elbow. Pirates, one final opportunity. 6 seconds remaining in the quarter. Tovar underneath. Oh, great look, but Mueller read it. She was looking for Kylie Simons, the star freshman out of Tomball. The Pirates will have possession, but just 1.57 seconds on the clock here at the end of the first quarter. Into Kellum, turns around, and she's got it. What an opening 10 minutes for Southwestern as the Pirates take a 22-15 lead into quarter number 2. The officials are going to check, but it certainly appeared that that shot came off in time. And hold on. I think they're saying it did not. So it's going to be a 5-point lead, 20-15 Southwestern with the lead after a fantastic opening 10 minutes. And again, we'd like to take this opportunity. And now the points are put on the board. There we go. They came late, but it is indeed a 7-point lead, 22-15. Some discrepancy there. And our officials still talking things over. But first, we'll take the opportunity to once again thank some of our corporate sponsors: Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Don Hewitt Chevrolet, Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services, amongst others. So again, both these teams are in to the SAA Conference Tournament, their first year in the Southern Athletic Association. Trinity secured the 1 seed. Pirates have secured the 6th and final seed. Everything between 2 and 5 still up for grabs. But as I said, Pirates playing for pride today against a team they have not beaten in over a decade. And even to their rivals, it's been pretty much one-sided for the last 10 years. Southwestern looking to change that. And off to a great start. They lead 22-15 going in to the second quarter. Pirates need to be careful. They had a great first quarter last Friday at Berry College, but then just a single point in the second quarter. And as I say that, Benitez says, all right, we can already surpass that, and she does. Pirates up by 9, their largest lead today. 24-15 Southwestern. Pirates shooting better than 45%, but a quick response from Greenwood the other way. Trinity now down to 36% from the field. Southwestern also winning the rebounding battle 13-8. And Trinity with just 2 second chance opportunities, 2 offensive rebounds. Underneath, Greenwood, the block of Benitez. Now, Benitez was a handful for the freshman Winans, so they're bringing the senior Greenwood back on to deal with her. Greenwood, that big 6'2" frame, posing problems for just about everybody. Greenwood from the free throw line. Also, Elaine King, the senior from Cedar Park, on more height down low for the Tigers. Simons. King there with the rebound. Great atmosphere today at the Robertson Center, as you would imagine, for this rivalry. Greenwood underneath and simply too deep in the paint. Hard to stop Natalie Greenwood when she's right underneath the basket. Pirates who really pressed the pace at any given opportunity in the first quarter, slowing things down a little bit here. Castillo couldn't knock down the 3. O'Rourke, one of the starters, back on for the Tigers. Back from Minter. Sky O'Rourke trying to drive in on Tovar. Does so. Nice finish with the left. The Pirates will take a timeout. Trinity trailed by as many as 9, and they have now cut it to a 3-point game. Really coming out of the gates hot here in the second quarter are the Tigers. Trinity outscoring Southwestern 6-2 here to start the second quarter. After the Pirates put 22 on the board in the opening 10 minutes. Benitez leading all scorers, already 10 points for Trinity. Benitez, Mentor's 7, leading the Tigers. Both teams just about the same now from the field. Southwestern 43%, 9 of 21. Trinity 42%, 7 of 17. Neither team good from long range. Southwestern 0 of 1, Trinity 1 of 4. Pirates winning the rebounding battle, 14-10, and 5 offensive rebounds for the Pirates as compared to only 2 for the Tigers. Southwestern needs to keep the foot on the gas. Cannot afford to take a break. Game 1 of 2 between these old foes today. We said this the 53rd all-time meeting. The Pirates currently in their longest losing streak ever. Having lost 19 in a row. First met back in 2001. And they've been playing at least once a year ever since. O'Rourke unable to respond. Flores. What a finish. Flores takes it coast to coast. Back to a 7-point Southwestern lead. O'Rourke. Nice move off the glass. Liked the matchup. Had the advantage over McCoy. The foul is going to be on Sky O'Rourke. Her second and the first team foul. O'Rourke comes off. They'll send Jalen Martin back on, the senior from Ashburn, Virginia. Castillo, Flores, McCoy, Benitez, and Simons on the floor for Coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler and the Pirates. Extra pass, Flores for 3. Somehow ends up with Castillo, nobody there. Thought for sure Lane King had the rebound. Everyone in the gym did. But Castillo happy to take it and the 2 points. Mentor. Underneath, Greenwood. And it's going to be a blocking foul against Flores. So Emma Flores, a sophomore guard from San Antonio out of John Harlan High School, picks up her first as Greenwood heads to the line. Greenwood, such a 4-assist, the 6'2" senior. 53% free throw shooter. Hits them both. Knocked away. Martin last to touch it. It'll stay Pirates ball. Trinity having already wrapped up their home campaign. They've been on the road for the last 3. Their last home game back on the 2nd of this month. They lost at Millsaps. 2 Millsaps, I should say, down in the Alamo City. They're at CalGuard Gymnasium. Pirates hoping to wrap up the regular season with a win here at home as McCoy has stepped back from the elbow. 32-25 Pirates. Trinity, after the early lead, it's been all Southwestern. Greenwood in the paint. I said it, if she gets that deep, not a lot the Pirates can do. We'll see if Coach Hill elects to keep going to Greenwood, has that huge height advantage. Simons underneath. What a spin and finish from the freshman. Knocked away. Simons with it. Has Benitez behind her. Simons may not need her. And blocked by King for the Tigers. Very well defended by Elaine King. Give credit where credit's due. King just stuck with her. Saw Simons wasn't going to make the pass. Savageau. Out of bounds. The sophomore guard from Houston last to touch it. Savageau not happy. And now, hold on, there's going to be a reversal. What was initially ruled Pirates ball now is going to be a Tiger possession. The reversal there of the initial call is going to give possession to Trinity. 4:38 remaining here in the first half. Southwestern on top, 34-27. Our officials want to come over, maybe just have a look. It's been an even second quarter thus far, both teams having scored 12 points, but it was the big 7-point lead that Southwestern took out of the first quarter that's the difference. Greenwood has really come alive. She's been the leader offensively for the Tigers now. 8 points to lead Trinity from Natalie Greenwood. McCoy's and Benitez both with 10 for the Pirates. Savageau. Miss on the three. McCoy there with the rebound. No second chance opportunities for Trinity. Castillo resetting things. McCoy. The whistle going to go against Southwestern. So we're 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. 7-point Pirates lead. Another whistle. As Flores picks up her second, and the second team foul, and promptly substituted off for Layla Tovar. Greenwood underneath. Couldn't finish from point-blank range. A rare miss for the senior. Castillo playing a little triangle game at the top. McCoy step back, knocks it down. Adriana McCoy is feeling it. McCoy now 12 points to lead all scorers. Minter falling away. It would have been a spectacular shot on the baseline. Tovar with the rebound for the Pirates. Here comes Layla Tovar taking it herself. And turned back at the last second. McCoy, same play, same result. Knocks it down from the elbow. 11-point Pirate lead. Their largest to date today. Greenwood. Kicked out to Martin. Southwestern really putting the pressure on here, trying to extend this lead with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Up double digits. Castillo for three off the side of the iron. Minter, great response from the senior guard. Knew exactly what she was doing. Just set up her opponent perfectly. Castillo for three. Another miss. Pirates now 0 of 4 from long range today. As good as Southwestern has been, the three-point game, it's been an issue. Minter resetting the offense. Savageau, a long two. Out of bounds. The last touch by the Tigers. Both teams making changes. Simons and Stevens on for the Pirates, taking over for Benitez and Kellum. Evan Winans coming back on alongside Mueller for the Tigers. 90 seconds left in the first half. 38-24, Pirates largest lead, up 14. Stevens fades away. King got a piece of it, but Simons able to keep possession for Southwestern, and it's a jump ball. What a job there, Kylie Simons. The freshman forward came in. Looked like Southwestern was going to turn it over for sure, but she had other ideas. Mueller almost lost it. Minter. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Minter, they were looking for the return. 3 seconds stolen by Castillo. McCoy the other way. Draws the foul. As the Pirates' third leading scorer, Adriana McCoy, Trinity Benitez, Neil Castillo, all in double-digit scoring this season, all averaging more than 10 points a game. Castillo. Pirates with a 9-point lead, trying to add to it, get it back to double digits before halftime. Tovar from the corner. Shot clock turned off, 15 seconds remaining. Even, long two, knocked down. That wasn't even the freshman from Tucson. And a whistle as Castillo is fouled with just under 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Pirates selecting not to take a final shot as the first half comes to a close. And Southwestern taking a big 7-point lead into halftime, 38-21. Pirates on top of the top team in the SAA. We'll step aside, back with you in 15 minutes. We'll get you first half stats and ready for half number 2 here in Georgetown, where the Pirates lead the Tigers 38-21 at halftime. Welcome back. Moments before the start of half number 2. Glad to have you with us. As always, we encourage you, if you've not already, subscribe to our Southwestern University Athletics YouTube channel. Give us a like while you're there. And if you have not already, you can also download our Southwestern Athletics mobile app. Pirates take a 7-point lead into half number 2, 38-31 Southwestern on top, due in part to a very impressive first quarter. Southwestern outscored Trinity 22-15. Both teams 16 points in the second quarter. Southwestern shooting 44%, 16 of 36 from the field. Trinity 41%, 12 of 29. Neither team shooting well from three. Southwestern 0 of 6. Trinity just 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Both teams just about even from the line. Southwestern 6 of 7, Trinity 6 of 8. Pirates a slight edge in rebounds, 21-18 in total rebounds. Pirates led by as many as 11. And a huge first half for a Southwestern team that has not beaten Trinity in the last 19 contests, dating back to 2016, January of 2016. In fact, Pirates have not beaten their foes since. Looking to change that here today. Both teams have already secured their spot and seeding in next week's SAA Women's Basketball Conference Tournament. Pirates will be the 6th seed, and the Tigers the 1 seed. Underway in the second half, Pirates with the opening possession. Castillo driving in, finds Benitez underneath. And it's going to be an offensive foul against the Pirates. No, simply a carry there. Southwestern turns it over. So Trinity now a chance to strike first into the second half. Remind you, that's just game 1 of 2 between these foes. We'll have the men coming up next. Simon's great job blocking out O'Rourke after her miss. The final game of the regular season for both of these sides. Pirates trying to wrap things up with a victory. Turn around what is a 2-game losing streak before conference championship. Castillo unable to knock it down. Flores secures the rebound. And our officials apparently having an issue with the time on the shot clock. It read 26. They're going to put 17 on it. And now play ready to get back underway. Trinity, a victory over Berry on the road on Sunday, snapping what was a 2-game losing skid. Fell to Millsaps and Oglethorpe. McCoy fires away. McCoy now 16 points lead all scorers. Set it. Member of the 800-point club in her career in the victory against Oglethorpe on Sunday. Excuse me, that loss at Oglethorpe, I should say, but she's done her job. The star transfer has been a huge part of Southwestern's success under third-year head coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler. Greenwood, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Greenwood somehow gets around Benitez. Somehow kept the pivot foot down as well. Greenwood was a real force early in the second quarter, and they stopped going to her as much. And the whistle on the other end. It's going to be on Natalie Greenwood. That is her first, and the first team foul will send Trinity Benitez to the line for the Pirates. Benitez leading the way for Southwestern. 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting in 14 minutes. Also 2 of 4 now from the line. 4 rebounds for the Granbury product. Benitez rattles home the second. Every point critical right now. Southwestern trying to build this lead. Up 41-33. Remember, this is a Trinity team that averages almost 74 points a game. Pirates having their numbers so far. And a great drive in from Ivory Scott, the junior out of Waco High. got around Simons and finished well. Flores fires for three. In and out. Scott quickly up to Savageau. Cross court, Minter. Scott. Much better off-ball movement from the Tigers to start this second half. Far too much one-on-one in the first half, just standing around and waiting for somebody to make something happen. Minter off the back of the iron. Long rebound, eventually batted into the hands of Castillo for the Pirates. McCoy thought about it. Instead, Castillo, the extra pass, couldn't hit the three. Greenwood unable to secure the rebound. Pirates another bite at the apple. Can they make the most of it? McCoy. Another miss from three. Here comes Sky O'Rourke. Up has Savageau. And banks it in. The Tigers make it a 4-point game. Stolen away. O'Rourke has Savageau with her. Back to O'Rourke. Great transition offense after the steal by Sky O'Rourke, and it's a one-possession game, 41-39. Pirates need to be careful. Trinity working their way back into this slowly but surely. A great start to the second half from the visitors, outscoring Southwestern. Benitez blocked by Greenwood. And a shot clock violation against the Pirates, a huge mental mistake you cannot afford to make. One of the few mental mistakes we've seen from the Pirates today. They've been very clean. But that time, big miss. Now the Tigers with the chance to tie or possibly even take the lead. Minter looking to take Kellum off the dribble. Minter, oh, what a move underneath and off the bottom of the iron. Did everything but finish. Stolen away, Savageau. Minter with her. And one. Kylie Minter can put the Tigers ahead if she can knock down this free throw. Another turnover. Tigers turn into points. Southwestern so careful with the ball in the first half, but far too many turnovers through the first 4.5 minutes of the second. And Trinity outscoring Southwestern 10-3 to start this second half. And Kylie Minter puts the Tigers ahead. The first time since very early in the first quarter, Trinity is back on top. Trinity has not led since the 7-minute mark of the first half. They are on top now. Southwestern, 3 turnovers in the first half, already 3 in the second. O'Rourke with it, has Savageau in transition, and right now the Pirates reeling, and they will take a timeout. 44-41, Trinity with the lead after trailing by 7 at half. They have outscored Southwestern by 10 here in the second, 13-3. Trinity outscoring the Pirates through the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Once again, we take the opportunity to thank a few of our corporate sponsors: Rudy's Barbecue, Ideal Signs, Rivery Coffee, Fairfield and Residence Inn, Texas Honey Ham, and Airmark Food and Facility Services. Big thanks to them, and thanks to you as well, wherever you may be joining us from. Glad to have your company. Hope you'll stick with us for Game 2 in this doubleheader as well. We will have the men of Southwestern Trinity coming up. That one's slated to tip in just about an hour, obviously contingent upon what time we wrap this one. But some great basketball to wrap up the regular season here for the Pirates. And now with football season over, it is firmly basketball season as well it should be. Before we turn our sights to baseball, softball, both underway. Baseball in action against UMHB up in Belton today. Softball here at home at beautiful Taylor Sanders Field, hosting Whitworth. You can find that full schedule along with track and field, men's, women's lacrosse, southwesternpirates.com. McCoy wisely slowing things down. Tovar. Into McCoy, lost it. Converged upon by a trio of Tiger defenders. Here comes O'Rourke in transition. She's got it. The former Vandergrift Viper really turning it on here in the second half. Kellum unable to respond. McCoy there, and her little floater drops. A huge and much-needed basket for the Pirates. Get back to a one-possession game. It's going to be over the back against Lorna Stevens to the Pirates. Greenwood had established such good position at the edge of the paint. And Stevens commits the foul with 3:57 remaining in the third. That is his second on Stevens, third on the Pirates. We'll take another timeout. And again, take the opportunity to thank Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Don Hewitt Chevrolet, and Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services. We remind you both of these sides will be in action. Their first ever SAA conference tournament hosted by Berry College in Mount Berry, Georgia, begins on Thursday there in the Peach State. You can find more information on the SAA website, saa-sports.com. So Trinity comes in 14-10 overall, 10-3 in conference play, and 6-5 on the road. Southwestern having secured the sixth and final spot in the conference championship. 13-11 overall, 4-9 in conference play, and 7-4 here at home. Southwestern has now won more games this season they did in the first 2 years combined under Coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler. And often they say the biggest jump is from year one to year two. Well, for her side, it's been year two to year three, and what a jump it's been. Full credit, Coach Kriesel-Bigler, her assistants, Lauren Bailey and Kayla Hamilton, have done a fantastic job as the Pirates coaching staff. Up against one of the best coaches you will face, Cameron Hill, the Trinity alum, who in his 14 seasons has won 8 conference titles and Trinity women's basketball all-time winningest coach. A double dribble on Flores, being pressured by Savageau. Maybe Savageau doing a great job to force the turnover. Now that conference tournament, the winner receives an automatic bid to the Division III NCAA Championship Tournament. So a lot to play for coming up next weekend in Mount Berry, Georgia. Back to the action here on the floor at the Robertson Center. Savageau. Wide and stolen away by Benitez. The freshman had her pocket picked. Now the Pirates, chance to tie with the three. And given right back, McCoy couldn't hold it. Minter. O'Rourke slams on the brakes but couldn't finish. Big rebound from Emma Winans to keep it alive for the Tigers. Tovar there for the Pirates. Both teams unable to take advantage. Tovar flying forward. Difficult shot, and very lucky for her. Kylie Lopez would recently come on, the junior out of Beeville. As Southwestern will slow it down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Benitez, O'Rourke there to double team her. Benitez lost it. Trinity the Tigers not letting Trinity Benitez beat them as she did in the first half. Minter from 3. Nothing but net for the senior out of League City as Kylie Minter buries it. And Southwestern compounds things with a turnover. 6-point Tigers lead, 2:23 remaining in the third. And things starting to unravel a bit for the Pirates. As Tovar and Simons off, Kellum and Castillo back on. Pirates need a stop. A jump ball after the miss from Ivory Scott, vying for her own rebound as both she and Lizzie Kellum had hands on it. Scott inbound, 2 minutes remaining, wide open O'Rourke, the basket and the foul. O'Rourke wide open, fouled from behind. And now heads to the line, a chance to complete the three-point play for Sky O'Rourke. O'Rourke misses the free throw, but an 8-point Tigers lead. Trinity dominating Southwestern here in the third quarter after the Pirates did the same to the Tigers in the first. Castillo drives in. And just the third field goal for Southwestern in the quarter. Still being outscored 18-7 in the third by the Tigers. A minute 35 remaining in the third. Pirates ball, Southwestern trailing 51-45. Castillo for 3. She's got it. A massive triple for Neela Castillo and Southwestern to cut it to a 3-point game. Minter unable to respond. Pirates looking to run. McCoy pulls up from the elbow, well off the mark. Minter, simply too easy. McCoy playing the pass. Minter never made it. Under a minute remaining in the third. 5-point game. Kellum from the elbow. Gets her own rebound. Couldn't get it on the second opportunity. O'Rourke, what a pass from Minter. O'Rourke finishes, but what an amazing pass from Kylie Minter. Threw that over a trio of Pirates. And a kicked ball will keep possession with the Pirates. 14 seconds remaining in the third. 55-48 Trinity. That pass from Minter, a absolute beauty. Minter comes off, a well-deserved round of applause from her bench. Dana Gingrey on. Tovar. Pirates Final chance here at the end of the third. Another miss from Castillo. A jump ball, and the arrow will keep it with Southwestern, but just 1 second remaining in the quarter. Pirates have been outscored 24-10 in the quarter. McCoy off the top of the backboard. 10 minutes remaining. It's Trinity 55, Southwestern 48. Pirates took a 7-point lead in to the third quarter, and that is turned into a 7-point Tiger lead heading into the fourth. Once again, take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Rudy's Barbecue, Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Texas Honey Ham, Rivery Coffee, Fairfield Inn and Residence Inn, Ideal Signs, Frontier Bank, Syntec Shirts and Embroidery, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services. Big thanks for their continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. Ten minutes remaining. Southwestern's final game of the regular season. It started off great for the Pirates against their age-old nemesis, the Tigers of Trinity. Southwestern took a 7-point lead into halftime, but they were outscored 24-10 in the third. And now the Pirates are going to have to dig themselves out of a hole, or in danger of losing their 20th game in a row to their foe, a team they have not beaten since January the 16th of 2016. Tigers opening possession of the fourth quarter. Underneath, Minter. Ton of contact. Minter wanted the whistle, didn't get it. Right now, Pirates have to play smart. Every possession important. Still winning the rebounding battle, but they're now shooting less than 40% from the field. Another miss from McCoy, who leads all scorers with 18. King. On to O'Rourke, Sky O'Rourke. A stellar third quarter, really led the way. Now 13 points. Only Minter for the Tigers has more with 17. There is Minter. Couldn't knock it down on the baseline. Castillo. Pirates not getting offensive rebounds. They didn't in the third, and that's continuing here into the fourth. Minter skews the screen of O'Rourke instead onto Savageau for three. And she's got it. Livy Savageau makes it a 10-point Tiger lead, 58-48, Trinity on top. Southwestern needs to respond, and they need to do so quickly. They do so, courtesy of Nila Castillo. Back to a single-digit deficit. Savageau, little baseline floater in and out. Simons with the rebound. Here comes Castillo. McCoy trying to find Benitez underneath. Benitez able to keep it alive somehow. Castillo fires for three. in and out. That was halfway down before it rolled out. Savageau into a wide open King. Great look from Livy Savageau. And King with the finish. Simons, the freshman, has been quiet today. The foul will be against Savageau for the Tigers on Neela Castillos. The Pirates are going to make changes. Emma Flores, Lizzie Kellum taking over for Adriana McCoy and Layla Tovar. 6:57 remaining in regulation. 60-51 Trinity. All behind that big 24-point third quarter where they outscored Southwestern by 14. It has quite literally been a tale of two halves. Southwestern had a 7-point lead going into halftime. They've been outscored 29-13 in the second half, have the Pirates. O'Rourke able to steal it away. Pirates not even getting a shot off in that possession. Pirates need to stop. O'Rourke into the traffic, draws the foul to Sky O'Rourke. Took a shot, but appears no worse for wear as number 23 for the Tigers heads to the line to shoot a pair. Mentioned O'Rourke, part of that huge third quarter. Former Vandergrift Viper really leading by example in her senior year. O'Rourke now 13 points on 6 of 11 shooting. 2 of 4 from the line. And able to hit this one. Also 5 rebounds and an assist. Time very much a factor for the Pirates. Down 10 with 6:06 remaining. Castillo for 3. Yes, sir. Exactly what Southwestern needed. Feet set. Neela Castillo knocks it down. A huge triple. Back to a 7-point game. Still plenty of time. But the Pirates really needed that one. Once again, we'll have game 2 in our doubleheader between Southwestern and Trinity. The men, that'll tip off just about 25 minutes after the women's game concludes. Last chance to see the Pirates at home this year. If you're in the vicinity, still time to come out and join us for that one. As always, we thank you for your support, and thank you for those that have subscribed and liked our YouTube channel, that have downloaded our Southwestern University Athletics mobile app. Very much appreciate the support. Pirates' first year in the Southern Athletic Association. It has been a year of change, a year of growth, but they have qualified for the tournament. That's what all you can really hope for in your first year in a new conference. They've done it. Now we'll see if they can make some waves, but not looking at next weekend. They are fully focused on the task at hand, trying to mount this comeback with 6 minutes remaining. McCoy is 18, leading all scores. Minter for the Tigers behind her with 17. Southwestern just 15 points in the second half thus far. Minter pulls it out, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Minter drives in by Simons. Used the speed advantage and did so very well. Kylie Minter. Stolen away, O'Rourke has got it. Sky O'Rourke, I said it. She has found another gear in the second half. What a massive change has really led this comeback from a Trinity side that trailed by 7 at half. Kellum at the elbow, pulls up. Another miss and another defensive rebound. Southwestern not getting second chance opportunities. Scott for 3. O'Rourke somehow gets the rebound away from Flores. O'Rourke looking to take Flores off the dribble. O'Rourke gets her own rebound. Under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Trinity in no hurry with an 11-point lead. Minter. And the foul is going to go against Elaine King underneath. She was battling with Benitez. And McCoy coming on for Kellum. Pirates looking for a real push here with 4:07 remaining. Castillo for 3. Yes, indeed. Neela Castillo, the fab freshman, trying to lead the comeback herself. Is there enough time? 65-57 Tigers, 3:30 remaining. Savageau. Castillo doing it all. On to Flores for 3. Off the front of the iron, Simons. Now McCoy. Another offensive rebound as Benitez is fouled. And something has come over the Pirates. Sense of urgency the last 2 trips down the floor is all of a sudden they are getting it done on the offensive glass. After collecting very few offensive rebounds in the second half. Starting to get it done. But is it too little too late? Benitez doing her part from the line. Benitez, one of 3 Pirates in double digits. Now 4 of 6 from the line to go with her 12 points. (65-58) Tigers. Minter for 3. Long rebound, O'Rourke there. O'Rourke somehow got the shot off. And Castillo there with the rebound. Simons turned back. .222 remaining. Flores. Out to Simons, a freshman for 3. A rare beyond the arc attempt from Kylie Simons. 2 minutes remaining. King looking to take Benitez off the dribble. King spins away and finishes off the glass. 67-58, back to a 9-point game. Southwestern has to respond as Minter whistled with the foul on Flores. Natalie Greenwood back on, taking over for Elaine King for Trinity. You just get the feeling if the Pirates do not score in this possession, that may well doom them. That would be their 20th consecutive loss to their biggest rival. McCoy able to secure the rebound. Out to McCoy for three. She's got it. Pirates not done yet. Southwestern, as they've done all year and under all 3 seasons under Coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler, battling. And they'll take a timeout. Flores able to steal it away. And Pirates will have possession. 62 seconds left in this one. 67-61, Trinity leading. And it all came from the third quarter. Trinity trailed by 7 at half. They outscored Southwestern 24-10 in the third. (67-61), Trinity on top with 62 seconds remaining. One final time, take the opportunity to thank Rudy's Barbecue, Ideal Signs, Rivery Coffee, Fairfield and Residence Inn, Texas Honey Ham, and Airmark Food and Facility Services. Big thanks to all for their continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Tigers. Our officials conferring. Initially, it was ruled to be Tigers' ball, and that appears that is going to change. They'll give it to Southwestern. Southwestern with it. 60 seconds left. No time to waste for the Pirates. Castillo blocked by Greenwood. Kept in by O'Rourke and then promptly turned back over as Greenwood unable to hold on to it. Southwestern getting opportunities. Benitez underneath. Simon's wide open. 43 seconds remaining. 4-point game. Scott fouled by Simons. The intentional foul with 38 seconds left. And if this comes down to a free throw shooting contest, we shall see. Both these teams almost identical at 69 and 70% from the line. Southwestern a slight edge as a team. Another foul by Simons on Scott. .36 seconds remaining. Scott. Fouled by Castillo. Now 33 seconds left. The fourth foul by the Pirates. Trying to get Trinity to the line, but it's been a very cleanly played game. Not a lot of fouls from either team. Minter fouled by Castillo with 30.27 seconds remaining. Minter, her 19 leads the Tigers. McCoy also 19 to lead the Pirates. Minter 19 on 8 of 17 shooting. 1 of 1 from the line is Kylie Minter. So often it comes down to the basics. Rebounds, knocking down your free throws. Minter trying to take one step closer to another victory for the Tigers. Four-point game. Simons for three. She's got it. The freshman from Tomball makes it a one-point game, 67-66. And don't go anywhere, folks. We are not done yet. Simons, who's had a stellar freshman season, but coming into tonight, just a 14% three-point shooter. 5 and 39 attempts, hits maybe the biggest of her Pirate career. Savageau responding from the line on the other end. Southwestern winning the rebounding battle, 46-37. Both teams shooting just about 28% from three. But the Pirates' field goal percentage has dropped to 38. Trinity back to 44. (71-66). Shot clock turned off. 10 seconds. No time to waste. McCoy from way downtown. Off the mark. Simons with the putback. 3 seconds remaining. O'Rourke brings it into the front court as this one comes to a close. And Trinity secures the victory. 71-68. A valiant performance from Southwestern, but ultimately outscored 24-10 in the third quarter would prove to be their undoing, even with a 7-point lead at halftime. And Trinity, full credit, their 20th consecutive win over the Pirates, and that streak remains intact. We'll step aside back in 25 minutes for Game 2 on our doubleheader between Southwestern and Trinity. The final for the women. The Trinity University Tigers 71, Southwestern University Pirates 66.